Bear family breaks into CT home. Incredible escape and rising debate on bear hunting. Family of bears raids Connecticut home for snacks. The growing wildlife conflict that has residents and lawmakers divided. In a brazen daylight raid that fortunately ended without tragedy, a mother black bear and her 3 cubs invaded a Granby residence on Saturday, helping themselves to a quick meal before departing as unexpectedly as they arrived. The incident has added fuel to Connecticut's increasingly contentious debate over wildlife management strategies. According to officials from Connecticut's Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, DEEP, the furry family broke into a home located at 54 Barndoor Hills Road by tearing through a basement screen door. The startled occupants wisely evacuated immediately, avoiding any potential confrontation with the uninvited guests. But here's where it gets interesting. Rather than causing destruction or lingering in the home, the bears simply grabbed some food items and voluntarily exited the premises. By the time local authorities responded, the 4-member bear family had vanished from the scene. Granby Police Department called off their request for DEEP's environmental conservation officers after determining the bears had departed, and subsequent searches of the surrounding area yielded no sign of the culprits. DEEP has now handed the case over to their wildlife division for further investigation and follow-up. While this encounter ended peacefully, not all human-bear interactions in Connecticut have been so fortunate. The bear break-in comes on the heels of a frightening incident in North Canaan, where a resident suffered chest lacerations from a bear while walking his dog. That attack occurred when the man inadvertently positioned himself between the bear and her cubs on his property last month. A scenario wildlife experts consistently warn can trigger defensive aggression. These incidents reflect a troubling trend captured in DEEP's 2025 annual report, The State of the Bears. Bear sightings have now been reported in an astonishing 159 of Connecticut's 169 municipalities, demonstrating how widespread the population has become throughout the state. And this is the part most people miss. Connecticut experiences a significantly higher rate of bear home invasions compared to neighboring states with larger bear populations. While Massachusetts, home to approximately 4,500 bears, and New York, with roughly 7,000 bears, each report fewer than 1 home entry per 100 bears annually, Connecticut has averaged a concerning 3.7 home entries per 100 bears over the past 6 years. This disparity has intensified the debate around bear management strategies, particularly because Connecticut stands alone as the only northeastern state that does not permit any form of regulated bear hunting. The Congressional Sportsmen's Foundation, one of the nation's largest nonprofit organizations representing hunters and anglers, has formally advocated for implementing a controlled bear hunt, even submitting official testimony to state lawmakers in Hartford earlier this year. On the opposite side of this divisive issue, the Connecticut Coalition to Protect Bears, formed in 2021, and comprising multiple animal rights organizations including Friends of Animals, Sierra Club Connecticut, Votes for Animals, the Humane Society, CT League of Conservation Voters, CT Wildlife Rehabilitators Association, Keep the Woods, and the Center for Biological Diversity, maintains that hunting would not effectively reduce these dangerous interactions. As bears become increasingly comfortable entering human spaces, Connecticut residents find themselves at a crossroads. Would implementing a limited hunting season actually reduce dangerous encounters? Or are non-lethal management strategies more effective for long-term coexistence? Are the higher rates of home invasions in Connecticut connected to the lack of hunting? Or are other factors at play? And perhaps most importantly, how many more incidents will it take before consensus is reached on this contentious wildlife management question? What do you think is the most responsible approach to managing Connecticut's growing bear population? Share your perspective in the comments below. Reporting contributions by Stephen Underwood included.